America's workforce. Its strength is our nation's success. Join I Build America podcast as we explore innovative solutions and inspiring stories from leaders and workers shaping America. Discover actionable insights to build a motivated workforce.
I Build America.
Hi, I'm Steve with the I Build America podcast, and I am here with
Jill Zimmer.
Jill Zimmer. Jill, thank you so much for joining us today. Super excited to have you as a guest because you do something that's really unique, and you're in a really unique space. So I would just like for you to give our audience a little glimpse as to what it is that you do and where you do it.
We're on the kind of the central eastern side of the state near Arkansas. But what makes our center unique is the fact that we are a sole source where we are run totally and always have been by the Cherokee Nation. So it makes our center a little different. We sit in actually Tahlequah is the capital of the Cherokee Nation, and it spans about a fifth of the state of Oklahoma.
Wow.
It's 14 counties. That's all up and down that eastern side of Oklahoma. Now, with Job Corps, though, we take any students. It's not that it's just for natives. But about 40% of our population are native right now. I mean, it fluctuates anywhere from like 35 to over 50%. We recruit from that whole side of the state into Arkansas, some of Missouri, some of Louisiana. But our main students are there local in Oklahoma, and a lot of it's rural. So we are recruiting, from many rural areas, and so our student population is a little unique in that way.
Okay, cool. Let's tap into this. So, what does the student population makeup kind of look like, knowing that you're in this very unique space?
So because it's rural, and these students have found that Job Corps is that opportunity to be able to expand outside of where they've come from. For many of them, they've never left the community they were in, but they also realize that there's not a lot there in that community for them. So when they found about Job Corps and talked about Job Corps, and we go out and recruit from there, and we bring them in for tours, they get to come in and see our center, and they begin to see themselves in something that's bigger than what they know, and I feel like that is kind of like being a parent. You want to expose your child to as many different opportunities as you can to see which one they gravitate towards, which one piques their interest. And that's kind of how I feel about what we do at Job Corps.
You know, I find it funny because I used to make the comparison quite often between students in rural and students in more city-based spaces. And I would say that it's kind of the same in a way where you don't leave your surroundings or what you know, because there's a comfort, there are some misunderstandings about what's beyond your block or your farm, or you know what I mean? So
exactly.
The attitude is kind of the same, but I do find it refreshing when they do break out of those spaces and they're now investing more time in themselves and getting to know different areas and angles, and it's great. Do you all focus more so on agriculture or, spaces? Because I'm thinking with so much space, what is the underlying focus, or is it the same across the board?
Okay, so our center also is unique in the fact that it was the first Job Corps center built as a Job Corps center.
Oh, wow.
In 1994. Now, we've been in existence since 78. And the little history about Talking Leaves, it was actually started at the college that's there at NSU, Northeastern State University, that's there in Tahlequah. And they had built some dorms, and they needed to pay off those dorms. So they figured the fastest way to pay those dorms off is to rent them out to us. So they rented them out to Job Corps. They had them paid off in several years, and then they had to move out. So they moved to an old motel. This is so funny to me that they actually conducted Job Corps in an old motel. When they started that, though, when they moved in there, they had started the plans for this Job Corps Center. It's 33 acres, and we service about 197 students is our current OBS
on
board.
33 acres.
On 33 acres.
It's a lot of acreage.
Well, we have it's spread out. It's very nice. There's a lot of open space. We have a softball field. Of course, we have a wonderful recreation area. There's a walking area that goes totally around the center. And again, with our students mainly come from rural areas, that open space is very important to them.
Absolutely.
They appreciate having the ability to be outside and to be engaged in things that are with each other outside. Again, culturally, we focus a lot too on Native culture. Not only do Cherokee students are enrolled there, but many tribes. I mean, Oklahoma has over 50 tribes there just because of the history of the state. But one of the things that I've been there since June of this year.
Okay.
I came from the Guthrie Job Corps Center before.
Just did a wonderful interview with some folks from Guthrie,
yes.
It's a lot to be to be impressed by there as well.
Yes, we can. I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about the whole Oklahoma connection that there is there too. But no, what we did is. I got there and I found out that culturally there was some things that they used to have, and just over the years that had kind of gone by the wayside. So one of the things that we're doing is we're working with the Cherokee Nation to restore a stickball field, and the Indian stickball competition is very different than what I had to learn about it. Okay. But my students are very excited about it because it's something, again, we're going to bring in a master of the sport who's also going to teach the students culturally. Again, it's that cultural piece, how to make their own sticks, which is something that's of a pride within each Native person. I mean, they personalize those sticks. I mean, that's something that's very sacred to them. So we're doing that. We also just we're trying to introduce more of the Cherokee culture to them. Many of them have had that, but it's just always good to reiterate that with them.
It's wonderful to be able to highlight the importance of indigenous culture, especially in a space that truly reprises it and welcomes it,
right?
And is built upon it. So I think that's really great. Let's talk for a little bit about some challenges. What do you feel like is some of the more challenging aspects of the student population in which you work with, and what are some of the things that you're doing at your center that you feel like could work across the board for students anywhere?
So. Like we touched on just a minute ago, I think students are comfortable where they came from. Whether it was good, bad, or indifferent, it's what they know. And my thought has always been, I can't imagine being a 16 or 17, even a 24-year-old, and leaving everything I know, because that's my comfort space, and going to someplace and trusting that they're going to help me bridge into the next step of their life, right? And sometimes they don't know what they want to do, or they have an idea of what they want to do, but they've never really tried that. So it's very important that we expose them to all the different trades. At Talking Leaves, we have 6 different trades on center. 2 are in the medical field. 2 are in hard hat trades, we call them, electrical and basic carpentry. And then we also have culinary arts and office administration. So it's a nice variety, and it's all things that can segue straight into industries and jobs that are run by the Cherokee Nation itself. So it's an easy segue into that. But again, it's not only just training them in that, but I think my biggest challenge when I got there was after we trained them, they thought they needed to go back to where they came from. And sometimes those opportunities aren't there. Wow. There's not that job opportunity in a town of 200 people,
right,
or 500 people. So my biggest thing has been with the staff is starting to expose these students more and more to advanced training opportunities, college opportunities, because, with Job Corps, you can do a college program.
Absolutely.
You can do the advanced training, military, we have military recruiters that I have on center every week now. So they're set up and they're just exposing the students to what they could have there.
So I hear you leading me down this road, and I think I want to end on this. I'm going to ask this question,
okay?
Because you're starting to get back to the good stuff.
Okay.
If you could tell or shout from the mountaintop, one thing about Job Corps, your center specifically, or just the program in itself, to a student, to try to entice them to come to Job Corps, what would that thing be? What would that phrase, that word, that feeling be?
I think it's take a chance. Take a chance. Give us a chance. We are a community that is there to support you. We have wraparound services for you. You can't go to Votech or anything else like this and have the total wraparound services. Our job is to cut down those barriers that are keeping you from moving forward. And as long as you meet us halfway, as long as, we can't want it more than you do, obviously, but we are definitely there to walk beside you and make sure that we get you to the other side.
Well, Jill Zimmer, thank you so much for spending time with us on the I Build America podcast. I have been Steve. You have been Jill. We have been us. And hopefully this conversation resonates with some young people who are watching and some fans of Job Corps and our work moving forward, because the future is looking pretty bright over here. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.
Oh,
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you for listening to the I Build America podcast. Please subscribe, share, and comment, and be sure to join us next time for more insights and inspiring conversations on building a powerful American workforce. I Build America, building workforce success one podcast at a time.
I build America.